That takes on a tremendous amount of importance. There have been a lot of teams left out of the tournament at 9-7. We're not going to take anything for granted, namely us. So have an opportunity to compete now for hopefully a higher seed and maybe get that first round bye is what we're playing for. And I really feel confident if you win 10 games in our league, more than likely that'll give you a bid to the NCAA. It would be nice to go to the ACC tournament where you can just pin your ears back and concentrate on playing for the ACC championship and not have the added pressure of having to win a number of games to get to the NCAA
Leonard
tournament.
Michael's only a freshman, but is there anybody you'd rather have up there with 4 seconds left?
Well, he's a cool customer. There's no doubt about that, and he's very confident. He spends an awful lot of time working on his free throws. I mean, as much as anyone on our team. At the end of practice, he'll grab one of the managers and he'll get a lot of free throws up after practice. And I think that gives you a certain level of confidence when you make those free throws over and over in practice like that. And you mentally you're able to put yourself in that moment on the court. And obviously he stepped up tonight and made some big free throws. He's 6 for 6, and that's outstanding for a freshman.
Leonard, we're talking about the upcoming tournament. What's your assessment of where everybody is right now? Is it just Duke and everybody else?
Well, I'm not real sure you can say it's Duke and everybody else because they play some teams that have given them a run for their money. I think that Duke probably has, if they have a little more experience. I think Mike has done a tremendous job with his team this year. But I'm not real sure I can say anyone's a favorite. Duke probably has a little bit of an edge. They've been the most consistent team in our league this year. There's no question about that. They got some veterans that are giving them great decision making. They're making big shots. They're defending very well, and they've been void of a lot of injuries. So you got to give them the nod. But once we get to the tournament, I'd say it's up for grabs.
There's such a logjam from the 3 spot on down. So many guys that can finish with 9-10 wins in the league right now.
Well, I think I said 4 or 5 years ago that you're going to see this whole thing in our league turn upside down. And I've been in these situations before in other conferences, and I think what you're going to see is from top to bottom, the ACC is going to be it's going to be a battle every game, and I think that's good. See, I think that, but I think for whatever reason, there's a mystique out there that if you don't have 1 or 2 teams dominating everyone else, your confidence is not very good, and I think it's the complete opposite. And I think hopefully once we get into the NCAA tournament, you'll see some teams step up and really play well.
Do you think, given the competitive nature of the league, which is how closely contested every game is, your guys' run to the championship game last year gives you guys a little bit of an advantage, or at least from a confidence standpoint, an advantage heading into the tournament? Well,
you still have to understand we still are growing as a team. We're basically a freshman-sophomore team with one scholarship senior. I think we're learning and growing, and I think we'll have there'll be some residual effect or some pluses by playing in the championship game last year. But this is a different team, different day, different challenges, and unfortunately we won't be able to use any of those points and rebounds. We've got to go out now and face different opponents who are going to be just as hungry in that tournament. So let's hope that it does, but I'm not real sure I would count on it. It's a new day.
Will they loan you Tony for like a weekend?
No, I'm sure he'd like to be back, but a lot of heroes tonight. But this is probably as close to a team victory. A lot of guys made some big free throws. David big shots. We had a couple of blocks there that I thought made a difference. It was great. Got our hands on some balls and got some steals. I thought that in the first half we got some deflections and got out and got some easy baskets. It kind of gave us a little separation. Unfortunately, that foul, those 3 free throws at the end of the half kind of made me have a little flashback to play that happened in the Clemson game, but we were able to overcome. I'm very proud of these guys. We've been kind of up and down, been a little inconsistent. We're still learning, but the attitudes have been great. They've responded each time we've had a little adversity, and hopefully we can finish the season off and regroup and go to the ACC tournament and play well. But all our attention now goes to Saturday. That's a huge game for us. Any other questions? Go get that golf cart. I'll run out of gas.